Good evening, Lakbayis! Today is December 31 and it's exactly 6:48. So, kanina pumasok pa ako sa office ko and si John, wala na silang pasok, pati ang mga bata wala nang pasok. Although meron kaming pasok today, so I finished the shift until 4:30 and then nandito na ako sa bahay. And I think I want to close the year, of course, with a grateful heart. Lahat kami, we are feeling blessed for this year. Hindi man kami laging nakakapag video, it's because ang daming nangyari, and the time sobrang busy. Lalo na si Jed, siya yung gumagawa ng most of our videos. Editing would really take a lot of time. But anyway, right now, gagawa ako ng video with regards our citizenship. I want to close the year with this kind of video because I feel that this year, this is really the highlight of our year, and we owe it all, of course, to him. And I also want to share this timeline, citizenship timeline, with everyone, our subscribers, anyone who's interested, anyone who wants to learn. Gagawin ko tong citizenship to share for everyone. So, we started preparing the documents noong March 2024. I remember I asked our immigration consultant, which is still Lala Messina from Toronto, and we asked if we're already eligible for citizenship. And then, sabi niya yes, so we started gathering all the necessary documents, and she helped us with everything. So ini-email niya lang ako and then I submit all the documents. Tapos nung nakumpleto na namin yung documents around latter part of April 2024, she filed our application and we got a receipt for that application. It was a separate application for me and John. And then one of the reasons that we wanted to do the citizenship this year as well is because Jed, our eldest, is already 18 next year. So if aabot pa ng 18 yun, so another application, individual application siya. So we wanted to just do 2 individual applications, which is mine and my husband John. And yeah, that's how we did ours. Tapos so since nagbayad kami with our immigration consultant, ang role ni immigration consultant is to update us to whatever the IRCC emails or updates with our application. Like around June, we completed the background check, and then come July of 2024, Lala received the letter na pwede na kaming mag-test. So March, April, May, June, July. So it took 4 months para ma-background check kami. And then so we had a schedule na for citizenship test. So itong citizenship test, since individual kaming nag-apply, so John has nauna yung email sa akin kaysa kay John. So nakalagay dun sa email na yun, like 1 month pwede mong kunin yung citizenship test. We opted to do it online. So kailangan may computer ka, kailangan may camera, tahimik yung place, yung requirements na ganun, kasi they can disapprove your test kung may nakita silang hindi nila gusto. And then, so within 1 month, kailangan mong kunin. So, you have 3 tries ng test mo. Ang passing score is 15. Over 20 lang siya. So, actually, since March, nagre-review na kami. So, ako, pag wala akong ginagawa sa work ko and sa part-time ko, pinapasadahan ko yung isang app na tungkol sa mga citizenship test. So, medyo naging familiar na rin ako dun sa ibang mga questions, and meron din namang binigay na parang babasahin online that pwede mong reference for your test. Medyo mahaba pero it's worth reading as well. Binasa ko rin yun. Tapos so yung kay John naman, I think dumating yung kay John like a month after nung akin. Bandang no. So, July 4, 2024 yung akin. Dumating yung sa kanya a few weeks lang, 3 weeks after mine. So, yun, nagre-review na rin kami nun once in a while. And then, after nung test din, there was an email, a request for the fingerprints. So, sabi ng immigration consultant ko, hindi pala lahat nabibigyan doon. So, nabibigyan ng request na ganun. So, John was lucky enough na hindi naka-receive nun, but ako naka-receive. So what I did, kinuha ko kaagad yung fingerprints ko sa authorized centers nila. Hinanap ko yung pinakamalapit sa akin. So, ang ginawa ko dun sa fingerprint, isang lunch break ko sa office. Hindi na kasi ako work from home. I'm working with one of the departments or branches ng Manitoba government. So, my office is in downtown right now. So I opted to look for kung saan ako pwede fingerprint malapit dun sa office ko. And if I can do that on my lunchtime, which I did, successfully did, so nakasave ako ng time na yun. Tapos, since ako yung unang nung citizenship test ng July 4, nag-review muna ako bago ko siya kinuha. Ayoko munang magmadali. Gusto ko, one take ko lang mapasa ko na siya. So, tinake ko yung exam ng July 19. So, mga 3 weeks, almost 3 weeks after ko na-receive yung email. Umagang-umaga ko siya tinake. And then, ang maganda nun, ang first take ko was 18/20. So, sobrang tuwang-tuwa talaga ako nun kasi hindi ko in-expect at saka dire-diretso lang ako sumagot. And tapos, nakakuha ko ng grade na ganun. Pwede mong ulitin. You have 3 tries kasi as I've mentioned before. And so, hindi ko na inulit kasi pasado na eh. And then, after nung sa akin, I encouraged my husband to take the exam nung araw na yun, right after me. Kasi sabi ko, mukhang okay yung batch ng test na napunta sa akin. So game naman siya. So, nag-test na siya that day. Ang nakuha naman niyang score is 17. So, pasado na kami. But of course, meron pang final na, kasi, syempre, pag online, pwede nilang i-disapprove kung meron silang nakitang something na ano, pero wala naman, I don't think there was. So, medyo confident ako na pasado na kami doon. And then, after that, so hintay kami, tapos siguro mga 10 days after that, na-confirm ko na rin na yung fingerprint ko ay napadala na dun sa address na nire-request nila, which is in Quebec. Was it in Quebec? Yeah, I think it's in Quebec. Or somewhere, yeah, Montreal or Ottawa. No. I think it's in Quebec. And then, so matagal kami nag-aantay nun. Minsan, actually ako yung makulit mag-follow up dun sa immigration consultant namin. Syempre, di ba? Excited ka kung ano yung kinalabasan nung application. And ano na nun, August na, wala pang until September. And then, nung ika-September 19, actually nandito pa yung parents ko nun si mama and si papa. And dumating din yung brother ko. Kaya sobrang busy din. Hindi rin kami masyado nakalabas because they were staying with us for a few months. And then, so, nung ika-September 9, bago umuwi yung parents ko, tumawag sa akin yung immigration consultant ko na si Lala. Tinawagan niya ako nasa office ako noon. Tapos, sinabi niya yung good news na may invitation na kami sa email for invitation for oath. So, ito yung manunumpa ka na for citizenship. So, hindi ako makapaniwala. Sobrang nag-breakdown ako noon. Tapos, sabi nung immigration consultant namin na tinawagan niya ako kasi alam niya may emotional ako at may iyak ako. At gusto niya may kasama ako na umiiyak. Ayan, naiiyak na naman ako. So, ayun. So, nung tumawag si Lala called me and then sinabi niya yung good news. Sobrang naiyak talaga ako. Tapos, so yung oath-taking happened on September 18 and we opted to do the online also. You can do this in person. You have an option. May instruction dun sa paper na ipapadala sa'yo. And grabe yung feeling na yun, yung araw na yun. Parang nag-flashback lahat ng yung papunta namin dito. Sobrang na-refresh lahat ng memory namin. Lahat ng unforgettable and sobrang mga challenges na experience namin here in Canada. Sobrang thankful. Kaya sa mga kabatch ko na hindi pa citizen up to now, huwag kayong mag-alala kasi yung mga kasama ko na naging international students are like families also, and don't lose hope kasi dadating din yung time na yun, and sobrang saya, sobrang happy. Kaya wala na akong maihiling for this year. So ayan. And then yung oath naman, sinabi rin nila yung preparation na kailangan mong gawin. Dadalhin mo yung PR card, yung pinaano ba nila yung passport, PR card, yung form na binigay nila. Tapos inano kami sa lahat ng mga mag-o-oath. Makikita mo sila, iba-ibang lahi nandun sa isang online room, chat room, and then bin-break down kami sa mga by rooms, and then may mga tinanong na questions, tapos pinaputol sa amin, pinagugupit yung PR card, and then dun sa oath taking, sabay-sabay, and then meron ding chance per family or per individual to have a picture taken with the one doing the oath. So sabi ng ibang friends ko, mas masaya daw kung in person. Sabi ko, okay lang naman din sa amin. So nag-decide talaga kami na online na lang. Although siguro pag in person, mas feel mo ba? Kasi nandun ka dun sa malaking venue, everyone. And yan, it's just a dream come true for us. So wala na kaming may healing for this year. We are very thankful na nangyari lahat ito within 2024, kasi we landed here December 2018. So kasagsagan ng winter in London, Ontario. Tapos wala kaming kakilala. Tapos ang pasok ko will start winter intake ako January. So ang laking adjustment kasi hindi namin kasama si Jed nung una. Tapos si Robbie lang yung kasama namin. Tapos hindi ko alam na nabuntis pala ako. So ang hirap. Pero God is so good. He was always with us. Ang na-test talaga yung faith namin dito, and yung pagiging grounded mo. Never compare your journey with anyone, kasi maraming Pilipino na minsan naiinggit sila, nauunang ma-PR yung iba or maunang whatever. So dapat hindi natin i-compare yung journey ng sarili nating buhay sa ibang tao. Minsan yun yung magiging downfall natin, na masyado tayong conscious sa ganun. But anyway, so yun ang timeline namin. So I am also very, very, very thankful sa aming immigration consultant, kasi sinabi ko nga sa inyo ever since ako kami yung type na gusto namin to work with someone who we feel that we are safe and at ease sa mga itatanong namin, and we don't actually mind paying because this is our future, and I think we did the right thing. So sa mga nagdi-DIY, I don't have anything against it, but if you really don't know what to do, and get an immigration consultant, be guided. Huwag kayong mahihiya kasi sila ang tutulong sa inyo. Marami rin akong kakilala na na-deny ng PR because mali yung documents na na-submit and stuff like that. But anyway, that's one also of the advice na I could give. Get an immigration consultant. And then, of course, stay focused sa goal. Stay focused sa anong gusto nyong ma-achieve. Wag yung, ay, kailangan ganito kasi sila ganito, ganyan. Ay, hindi dapat ganun. And kapag focus talaga kayo, everything will just follow. And then, lahat ng mga nangyari sa aming maganda dito sa Canada, it's all because God is always there, And lagi kami nagdadasal. Mas madasalin pa nga kami dito kaysa sa Pilipinas, if I would be honest. So, yeah, I will end this year with a grateful heart, with feeling blessed kami with all the things na nangyari. After all the challenges, the trials, here we are at the end goal na, kumbaga, from international student, naging PR, and now citizen na within like 5 years. So if it happened to us, it can happen to you. So never lose hope. Keep dreaming. Stay focused on your dreams and your goals, and never lose faith in God. Okay? So I'm ending this year with this vlog ng citizenship timeline namin, and I'm hoping that everyone could get something out of it. Kapag may questions kayo, tanungin niyo sa akin. Yes, and for the next year, we will try to, or I will try to make more vlogs for you guys. And yes, I'm so excited for what 2025 is stored for me and my family. And yes, I will see you on the next vlog. Bye!
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind?
Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions or suggestions, please write in the comment section down below. Click that subscribe button and hit the bell to get notified of our latest updates and videos. Don't forget to like and share. We promise to give you exciting and fun-filled videos here on Let's Lakbay.